In the previous lesson, I showed you how we can make our MySQL procedural connection. And in this lesson, we're going to look at how we can make an object-oriented connection using MySQL. So I'm going to just save this one as, and I'm going to save it as con2php. And the code is going to be fairly similar, so we don't have to redefine all of our settings. So all of those issues that we had there in the previous lesson. So this is actually going to be MySQL object. So it's MySQL object-oriented connection, and so settings are all going to be the same. Here we need to make our connection, so this is going to change. So instead of link, just equaling it, because I've got to create a brand new object, so I'm going to do new, and it's not going to be a connection yet. This is going to be MySQL so this is going to initiate the creation of the object, and then I'm going to use that same linked, and I'm going to initiate the connect on it. And here I can check to see what the connection is. So if we get any kind of connection errors, we can detect that here as well and find out what they are. We can see if there's any status information. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for actually a connect error within that link object. And if there is an error, then I need to swap these two around here. So if we do throw an error, then we want to output that error information, and that's going to be again contained within that object. So we just need to output out that connect error information. So that same object that we had checked here, we're just going to take a quick look for that, and if it is, then we're going to output that error information. So let's try this out within our browser and check this out and see if it works. So essentially we do get that connected, so everything connected properly. So if we do have some issues with the settings, so for instance, maybe I got the wrong password or something like that, or username, just got to refresh that and initiate our connection again. Instead of updating that username, because of the way that XAMPP works, I'm going to just have that wrong password, and when I go out here and I have the wrong password, we can see that access is denied for the root. So that's throwing out our error message, and when I go back into settings and if I just remove that, so we have the right password again, we can see that we are connected and ready to go. So now that we've established the connection, we can start writing to the database and pulling out data from the database. So lastly, in the next lesson, I'm going to show you one more way to make your database connection. So it's the PDO connection, and I'm going to show you how we can initiate that connection to the database as well.